these kids are killing each other outside. So that's very interesting. I apologize. Hi, hello. It is I, Corey Dean Cowley, an actress, a special effects artist, an author, and now a movie reviewer. I'm not quite sure how that kind of happened, but so this will be my first movie review. And the reason why I started doing the movie review thing is because my friend Geoff Brooks, who is the director of the film that I am about to review, sent me his film and asked me that I review his film. And so, of course, I said yes. He reviewed my film, Trophobic Possession, and honestly, I am not mad at the fact that people in the indie community are helping each other like this and just doing simple things. You don't even have to really contribute in such a large way. All you have to do is just support your friends. And so I felt like this was the best thing I could do to support Geoff in his film, Balamoron, which is the film that I am reviewing. So, to jump into it. This is not a horror film. I know most of you guys are very used to me doing horror type stuff, which is fine because that's kind of what I do. So, this is probably going to be the start of something that I do because I really love films. I am a cinephile in every aspect, not just horror. I love actions, I love comedies, I love dramas, I love historical pieces, and I fucking love epics. And there's also going to be language in this review, so I apologize. So if you have children or you are a younger viewer, please step away. This will have language, and I am not trying to purposely offend anyone yet. So Balamoron is directed by Geoff Brooks, who is an English filmmaker. He is also a YouTube movie reviewer here, and Balamoron is essentially a mix of Monty Python and the epitome of dad jokes. And the cast and crew, this is a homemade film, by the way, and it is a cast and crew of, it's all British actors, and it is filmed in England. So whereabouts in England? I know it said in London at the end of the credits, but I'm not quite sure exactly where in London, but either way, it is a British production filmed in London, and it is so random, but I mean that in the best possible way, because for me, I really like British films. I like British humor, and I like dry humor. So it's a film where if you're not used to British humor and the dryness associated with it, you probably wouldn't understand it, which is totally fine. We're all allowed to have our preferences on what we find funny and what we don't. But for me, I particularly like this film because the script is, it looks like it's pretty much, from my perspective, really off the cuff. And I love improv. I'm a sucker for improv, and I think Geoff and Nick, who also starred in the film, did a really fantastic job doing improv for a lot of these scenes. And if they didn't do improv for these scenes, you guys did a fantastic job. So, with that being said, so the film is about Nick Fields, who is a special agent or an agent from the FBI, who basically is trying to stop aliens that have just taken over the world. And I don't want to tell you guys everything in the film because I don't want to spoil it in case you guys want to go over to his channel and support it. But it is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh. Remember, you can't die yet. You need to tell me about a certain little informant.
In the sense that every single newscaster in this film that they introduce you to is ridiculous. Fitzgerald, who is my favorite news reporter in this movie, is absolutely batshit hilarious. I fucking loved every single line this guy had.
Oh no, it's an alien. Take my tea. Don't hurt me.
I do feel like they picked really fantastic actors to fill each spot, which I was super happy to kind of see, like some very reminiscent elements of old style British humor. And I feel like the actor who played Fitzgerald, God forbid, Forgive me, I don't remember his name. I messed up there, so I'm so sorry. But he was hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious. And so somehow in the midst of this alien invasion, you go to find out that Balamoron, which is the city that, you know, the main city in the movie, is the world supplier of tea. And so somehow the aliens end up having an aversion to tea and tea bags. In the film, there is a lot of mention of teabagging. Now, whether that was intentional or not, I think it's hilarious because, again, dad jokes, sex jokes, they're pretty amazing. So you find out that the aliens have an aversion to tea and tea bags. The acting in this is absolutely ridiculous in the best possible way. And since it is mostly a homemade film and the camera work and everything is very homemade, so don't go into this thinking that it's like a cinematic masterpiece, because it was done purposely as a comedy film, as a B movie film. So it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I really appreciate, because I feel like a lot of people in the indie community now, they try so hard to kind of break out of that underground and try and achieve A-list status that they end up taking themselves too seriously and they end up having a bit of an attitude. And so it was refreshing for me watching Balamoron because you can really tell that Geoff and Nick, who are the main writers and the main stars of this film, really enjoy humor. And Geoff is kind of known for doing dad jokes on YouTube. So it was nice to see a film that really didn't take itself that serious. And I absolutely fucking died when Agent X came on. Agent X, I don't know his ethnicity and I don't know his ethnic origins, but there was just something about him that just reminded me of every quintessential dad that I ever knew growing up. You don't even need to be English to really understand that dads and dad jokes are kind of universal across the board. So for me, it was absolutely hilarious to kind of watch this bald guy with a handlebar mustache going around trying to stop people from killing.
It's not completely green with some blue and red. There is one in that tree there, another one in that tree there, another one in that tree there, another one in that tree. They are everywhere, man.
Okay.
These aliens, they are even inside us, in our blood, they are so dangerous.
A lot of the props in the film are fake weapons. There is a scene that pretty much explicitly has a line of dad jokes on sticky notes, which I really appreciated because if you like dad jokes like I do, then you will find the humor in it. So in addition to all this, I loved Balamoron, I really did, and I believe that it won a couple awards at a film festival, which I do not know. I thought the acting was actually really great considering it was a very made at home type film. The acting was actually really good, and I thought that the comedy value of it was 10 out of 10 because, again, like I said, I love British comedy. And if you like films like A Fish Called Wanda, I really think that you'll kind of appreciate this humor as well because there were a lot of sequences where I kind of felt like I was watching Michael Palin and it brought me back to my childhood. I grew up a lot on English films and the comedy and the humor, and so to me this was very akin to the films that I watched as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. And so I would give Balamoron a 10 out of 10.
What is the best time to go to the dentist? 2:30. What's brown and sticky? A stick.
Because number one, I love British humor. Number two, I thought Nick and the actor who played Agent X did a phenomenal job. Number three, I like that it really didn't take itself serious, and honestly, in a community that takes itself kind of serious nowadays, it doesn't take itself serious, and I really appreciate that. Number four, I actually thought the song at the very end of the movie was fucking crazy. I seriously thought that when I went into you know, the credits of the film, I thought that they were going to kind of go off into like a Van Halen like guitar solo, kind of like in Twister at the end of that movie, which if you haven't seen Twister, you need to see Twister to know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not, Geoff, but it was amazing. And yeah, I just think that if you guys really want a film that is just 100% just fucking nuts, you guys will like Balamoron. And just remember to support indie film and the indie community, because honestly, we're on a sinking ship that is sinking hard, but we do what we do because we love it. I will drop Balamoron in the comments below. I will also drop Geoff's YouTube handle where he does movie reviews. He has also done movie reviews for some of my films. I'm new to this, what can I say? I feel like I'm out of breath already. And I will drop down his Instagram and any other handles that are available that I can give you guys to support this incredible project. So anyways, guys, remember, always support indie, always support independent films. We love what we do. It's a really hard genre to exist in, and it's makes all the difference when you guys go out and support our films. So with that being said, I will sign off. I hope you guys like this first movie review that I do. I promise you I will get better at my backgrounds and stuff like that. The kids not killing each other out there with swords. That. So if you guys like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me for stuff that does not pertain to movie reviews, like my bloody art, my gory vagina, and things of that nature. So bye!